Hello and welcome to Abyssus, and I just wanted to show off this build. I'm at depth 96, we're doing brine level 10, so it's not incredibly difficult, but yeah, there is still 10 brines to it. About to hit depth 100, and yeah, I just want to show this because this is honestly an incredibly fun build. And I just love it so much. So it uses, we're using the Tesla, and on the primary we have blood, because Tesla primary is constantly dealing ticks of damage. It's best to have blood on there. You can proc it the most often. On secondary, we have gold burst, just because it's good for clearing rooms, and it's good for some other things that I'll show you. And then on our ability, we're using the brine canister, and I'm using frozen on the brine canister. Just you can cover more ground with it. And for the charms, we're using increased damage and movement speed by 2% for every 10 health you are missing. And for the other one, Gold Converter, health pickups no longer restore health, but give 50% healing value in gold instead. This includes healing shrines. It will still give you the syringes if you're playing with those brine modifiers off. Now I got the blood, gold, and frozen off of a video that I found. Also using the Tesla cannon, but I think he was using the spear instead of the brine field. I just like the brine field because I can put them down before a boss fight, and then immediately do damage with everything else. Now just two things to keep in note. Because we deal more damage for every 10 health we are missing, we obviously want to keep our health as low as possible. And what allows us to do that, but at the same time, we still have, still have survivability, is golden skin, which essentially you take 2% less damage per 35 gold you have. And as you can see, I have 213,000 gold, so yeah, I take very little damage, which allows me to keep my health very low. And then another thing, hemorrhage executes enemies. You want that one up as high as possible. However, you also want anything that gives you more health. Anything that gives you more max health is going to help you out with your power from pain, as well as your golden skin. So I think, yeah, so this one, sorry, no, it's, where is it? Somewhere here. Your max health is increased if an enemy dies within 10 seconds of being hit by hemorrhage. I have that one upgraded, obviously being close to depth 100. I've had lots of chances to upgrade it, so it isn't within 10 seconds when you initially get it. It's within like 1 second, but still, any way of increasing your max health is something that you want to get. And then Giant's Blood, that one is something you actually want early, so I didn't get it until later, but if you get it early, it's really good. Increase max health by 65% for every boss or elite killed. That will also give you a ton of max health. For the Tesla gun, for modifications, just to go over it quickly, increase range and radius of secondary. This will just help clear rooms way faster. Increase magazine size, which will help with the insane fire rate that you're going to get off of... I have it down here somewhere. Gold increases fire rate, so yeah, you'll go through ammo super quick off of that, and you'll also go off of increased fire rate longer you fire without letting go of your primary. So you'll want that battery backup. You don't want the damage one because it doesn't scale very well. But because this is scaling off of blood, and blood is executing enemies pretty fast and doing a lot of damage, the faster you can proc hemorrhage over and over and over again, the more damage you're going to do. So you don't need to take the damage one, just the fire rate one will be better. On brine field, we have blessings on your brine field trigger 3% more frequently, so getting lots of frozen, expanding territory, brine field expands size. You can do this one, or you can do having more brine fields. This is the one that came first to me, and I mean this one, it's a little bit better just because you only have to place down 3 and then you're essentially getting the entire map. And then decrease cooldown by 10% for every ability stack. When you have a shit ton of ability stacks, obviously you're going to get your brine field back really quickly. And honestly, at this point, I'm not even using brine field that often because gold is doing most of the work. The only time I'm using brine field is on bosses because you can get bosses super low with Thawing Strike. Using melee on frozen enemies deals 2000% more damage. So essentially, when you're with this build, when you are going through just the standard rooms, you're using right click with gold on it to just clear the room super fast. And then when you get to bosses, you're using frozen on brine field. And then when you get the enemies somewhat low, you can just finish them off really quickly with blood hemorrhage. So yeah, we're going to get to depth 100 and just show some gameplay of how this works. And then after we get to depth 100, at the end of this run, we will then go through and kill the big guy. As you can see, I've been at this for like over 4 hours. Also, your movement speed is almost uncontrollable because of the charm, but that is okay. Also, I have another thing that increases my movement speed when I pick up gold. So when I'm picking up gold, I'm even faster. At this point, you can kind of just stand here and fire in, and it'll just kind of immediately execute everything. Yeah, this is insane amounts of damage. Yeah, I really don't want to increase movement speed anymore because that's just getting like, it's already pretty uncontrollable. Honestly, this doesn't really matter because it's killing everything immediately anyway, so it doesn't really have to stun anything. We'll go with Group B just because I have the damage to get through it. Don't really need to worry about it. The only modifier that's slightly annoying is the one that adds like salt around them. I forget the name of it, but it's yeah, don't need that. It basically covers them in like salt, gives them like a ton of health, and that one's the only one that's like kind of annoying. If you don't want to go super fast, you can also take the charm that increases your health by 3% for every depth. That's a green charm. And then you won't be going like super fast. So at this point, I'm just taking those to lower my health, not really to get. So yeah, as you can see, I put those down, and then it's executed. And like the buses are kind of just immediately eliminated. And yeah, I'm just, you know, when you pick up so much max health increases by 5, I mean, we don't really need that anymore. I mean, to be honest, I don't think we need anything anymore. I think we're doing just so much that take 2% less. Okay, so we're only on +9, so actually that would be something to target. Just so you have a bit more survivability. This next guy is going to have healing, but should be relatively easy. Jesus Christ, I'm super speedy boy. Again, taking these won't actually give me health, it will just give me gold. Go. Losing health per second doesn't really matter. Yeah, whatever we can. Again, it's not like it's gonna matter too much. Just flying through everything, including the levels. And you're donezoed. Oh my god. Hemorrhage, for each hemorrhage, nope. This one I don't upgrade at all, just because, I mean, everything's dying so fast, and I'm not paying attention to kind of how much damage I'm taking, because the less health I have, the better for the build, actually, so, this one I don't really take. Yeah, sure, let's increase my max health even more. What was that? Complete depth without taking damage. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Go burst, do 35%, primary fire. Yeah, whatever. Even stronger. At this point, it doesn't really matter what you take. Watch this boss go down super quickly. The funny part is I don't even need, because I have such a high max health. I don't really need to worry about how much health I have. Like, obviously the less is better. Less is better because you do more damage, but even if I'm, even if I have, 10,000 health out of 20,000 health, I'm still getting a lot of bonuses because it's per 10 health. There we go. Okay, so now I take 2% for every 20 I have, and I have, what, 248,000? So... I'll show you! Oh my god. I might be able to get... Imagine if you could get through the door before it closes. Perfect. Ah. Oh wait, am I stuck in the door? I'm stuck. Oh, that's hilarious. I got stuck in the door. Ooh, hello. Yeah, I'll take a free one. It's pretty funny.
Breathe in. Breathe out.
Thought I got stuck again. Oh my god. This is what I'm talking about, like, it just becomes so uncontrollable. Again, those blood orbs will not actually give me health. They will only be giving me gold. Sure, let's do more weak spot damage. You know, we're killing everything almost or pretty much immediately anyway. Maybe it's berserking that has the more HP. Or whatever, like the salt armor. Yeah, you see there, blood hemorrhage at this point doesn't really matter for the main rooms. It's more just helpful for finishing off the bosses. Yeah, you can go around and like apply blood hemorrhage to everything to like increase your health more. Because at this point, I think it's like I have 10 seconds to get the kill when something has blood hemorrhage, and that will give me increased max health. Oh god, I can't even move. Oh, okay, there he goes. That's what I'm talking about, like, when they have that salt thing on them, they're really annoying. I mean, I'm still finishing them off, like, incredibly quickly, but it's not, when you're on lower levels, then it's a bit more annoying when you don't have all the upgrades yet. Yeah, exit. There it is. Just sit at the exit, kill everything.
Better than ever. You're in the way. Change your focus. That's it.
I might actually have to heal here. I'm becoming too fast. Like Barry Allen. Except I can't control what I'm doing because I can't think super fast. We like it when they get weaker. Slower doesn't really matter, but weaker is good. Sure, more damage on secondary, because we really need that.
That syringe has got brine.
I don't really need anything from here. Watch this. I can actually get it past the arena.
Long way down.
That's how fast I'm going. It's crazy. Didn't even take the jump pad. There we go. That's one done. Again. And he's dead. The wind bush things don't even keep up with me.
Blessing stronger.
I'm gonna have to take a syringe. There we go. See, like 14,000 health, and I'm still just super fast because it's based off of. It's not based off of percentage. It's based off of just like flat every 10 health. I do more damage and go faster. Gold is just the fastest. Fire rate, sure.
Better than ever.
As long as it's not the speed one. Yeah, I don't need shop. Are you gonna see the one downside of this build? With this theme, because I'm going so fast, when it gets to the final boss and it's time to do the parkour, that's where this build just kind of falls apart. Not falls apart, but it's harder to do the parkour. Honestly, if I had infinite time, at this point you can kind of just go forever. I don't know like how the scaling exactly works of the enemies, but you can go pretty pretty far with this, considering that I'm pretty much just automatically eliminating things, and that just is because a lot of this stuff is going off percentage instead of just a hard amount.
A chance to earn more loot. Think you can take me? Sing That's how it's done.
And everything did.
Blessing stronger.
Oh, I got both chests. Yay. Key. Alright, here we go. I might actually take a syringe when we get into this.
Trying to give me a heart attack?
Just because the parkour is going to be incredibly annoying.
Quite the Hulk.
Just immediately died. See what I mean? Like, I actually just can't.
Long way down.
I actually just can't control myself.
Gotta focus.
Nope. Not really what that does. Oh, it just makes it so he's solid? Okay. Sure. At least I can probably control myself now, even if I'm not doing the most damage. Still enough that doesn't really matter. Oh, okay. Alright, let's see what we got for, I think this is my last one. Yeah, we're at depth 108. So we'll enter the Royal Abyss and we'll see how fast we can kill the bosses. Take a bit more damage.
Curses, that's deep.
Actually, I don't think 400,
Gotta focus.
399, 398. I'm actually taking 1 damage. That's crazy. I can't even see if I'm killing him or not. kind of just sit there and take it. It's funny. This guy might be... He's dead. Never mind. I was gonna say, because he moves around, but I proc freeze too fast for him. Huh? Wait. Oh, wait. I did fight all three of them. Oops. I did it so fast I forgot.
Regicide it is.
Actually insane. That's crazy. I don't know if we'll one-hit this guy, but he's gonna be dead pretty fast. I don't think I have to care about tentacles. I don't. I literally don't have to care about tentacles. That's crazy. Oh, he flies up. I thought he went down. Oh no, don't hit me with, I might actually be able to just face tank this. No, 100%. Okay, come on up. We know you're not gonna kill me, just come on up. That's crazy. This build's insane. Ooh, soul fragments. Anyway, there we go. That's depth 110, and we apparently did negative damage. Most of it apparently coming from Aspect of Frost. So I think even though everything's being killed by Aspect of Fortune, I think it's dying so fast that it doesn't actually count as damage. It dies and that's it. So yeah, it says most of the damage is coming from Aspect of Frost because it is counting my melee hits as damage. Yeah, and it apparently did 100% of my damage at negative. When is that, bro? That's 100,000 million trillion. Wait, 100,000 million billion trillion quadrillion. Is it septillion? No, it's 7. Cinctillion? I'm not sure. Anyway, a lot of damage. that's an insane amount. But yeah, I mean, yeah, and it's insane how fast we killed the final boss, even being on depth 10. But again, like, most of these are doing percentile based damages, so it doesn't really matter how many runs you do. It's kind of just how much time, because that was like 4 hours or 4.5 hours or something like that. Did it say time? Okay, 4 hours and 47 minutes. So it's more about just having the time to run super high depths, and it's not really about, you know, how much damage you do. You don't want anything that does raw damage. You want things that do percentile damage, so that, you know, when you get up to those higher levels, it doesn't really matter, because you're doing damage based on percentages of health instead of amounts of health. So yeah, that is my favorite Abyssus build. Number 1, love that build. The speed can get a bit hard to use, but it's a lot of fun, and I implore you to try it out, because yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Anyway, that's it for this one. Peace.